Okay, just want to make a quick video over this. This is not something that's like happening today, but it's in here for when it happens. If you go to agency here, and I'm in my workspace, if you go to agency and you click on admin, usually you just have this admin lock password, which is for admin locking the client accounts that you have. But now you'll notice this Resend API. And what is this Resend API even for? So if you're a reseller, if you are an agency that's doing the full white label thing, what we're going to use the Resend API for is emails throughout the platform, billing notifications, external communication. That way we can send things to you and your clients, or if you're a reseller, your clients that have workspaces, etc. And it's completely branded and through you, because sometimes billing may not go through, and the best we can do is like a little pop-up or toast notification, right? And the elaboration or something along with that just isn't amazing, right? Or even inviting somebody to account is from Create Assistance, it's not from your email, right? So this is a way that we can communicate with you and your clients through you, right? So, and even in the future, when you'll notice I have some tabs here that you may or may not have, when some of these things are brought to prod so that you can see them, they do involve emails, right? So the Resend API is so that we can send emails on your behalf. They're branded, they're pretty, and they're you, right? So how do I set up my Resend API? So we're going to go to resend.com. This is a really cool service here. Love it. It's wonderful price. Good to go. Let me pop this back up here. Okay. So this is a Resend API. Super, super cheap. It sends emails if you think of SendGrid or any of the other sending services. This is just a really good one, really well priced, and very malleable, which is why I went with this one. I've been using this one for a little bit now over SendGrid. Very, very good use. So if you go to API keys here and you create an API key, so let's just create an API key, and I'll delete this right after, no worries. We go to our workspace here and we configure. So if you didn't have it or if you need to reconfigure it, you throw your API key in here. And now on the actual resend side, you do need to go to domains and connect and verify a domain. But once you do that, any domain that you add on here, whether it's a subdomain or regular domain, we can send from that with basically whatever name or email that you want on top of it. Super cool. So I have app.createassist.com, notification, billing. And so on this one, what I'm going to do is for my recent verified domain, I'm just going to put team at, let's see, I have billing, notification. Let's just do app.createassistance.com. There's some tooltips here for you, right? And what we'll do is we'll initialize and confirm, which this is just going to send me an email from my Resend API from this email to my user account email here, just to initialize and verify everything is good. Once it's verified, if it's not verified, like your API key for whatever reason is not correct, or the email that you have is not verified, we will just send you back an error and not save it. But if everything goes through just like it did there, we're good to go. And we could see on the initialization, we could see this email here. We open this up, share email maybe. Let's take a look here. So it says this email is to initialize your Resend API key. If you received it, then you work. I think the title of it's something to the effect of init or initialize Resend API sending, something to the effect of that. But anyways, this now gives me branded emails that I can send, from that specific email. The email looks like, so this was just pulled from another one because the user account I have is not this email. But if you see, it came from that email that I put in that I did on the initialization. I did API instead of team, and it came through. This is the subject line up here, and this is the email. And so now I can send branded emails from this email address here. And so for things like rebilling, if we need to send a payment failed notification, or if we need to send like their balance is getting low, because that's going to be a thing that's going to affect calls. Or, for example, if a call doesn't go through, we're going to start sending notifications and errors based off of that, because how else would you know? This is a great way to have a white labeled way to do it. So it's not going to be in there today, the functionality to send emails, but it may be good to go ahead and get this thing configured so that when it does happen, you're good to go. Again, just resend.com, sign up for an account. They're super, super cheap. If I look here, I'm paying $20. I get 50,000 emails a month, and the deliverability is really good. It goes right to my inbox every time. All you have to do is verify a domain, get the API key, and you're done. And it's pretty cool for other sending metrics, but all we need is API key and email. So there you go, sending branded emails.